So here's the McMaster spring. It actually originally came like this, but I bent it into a hook shape that matches the original hook shape a little bit more. And I got the first spring on here. You can sort of see it here. Hooks onto here, and hooks onto here. And the reason I had to bend this into place is you don't want to, it to slip out of this hole here, because that would not be fun. Even if it did slip out, you definitely don't want to hit the prop. So I'm going to put the second one on there now. Here's what the final bend looks like. I got pretty close. Pretty close. It was sort of a pain to do, but looks good. And yeah, this is the result. These are really good in there. Not going to come out anytime soon. And looking at the other side, it's the same. Really good in there. And I'll show you guys a view from behind to see why I had to reshape these springs. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys see, but this is where it hooks in. And essentially, the reason these had to be bent to, be that hook shape was if you didn't get enough clearance here, and this would almost fall out of the hole towards the top here. So we needed to bend it more into a hook shape so it had a little bit more clearance so it could get into this properly and not slip out, because you don't want these slipping out, not because necessarily something bad will go wrong, but you do not want these going into the prop. That would be a disaster. So yeah, but these look really good. They're not going to come out anytime soon, and I'm really happy. So thank you, McMaster. Something else I did while I was here was tighten down these bolts here. These ones right here. It's a special high temp bolt, and these are high temp variants, but I still put some thread sealant on it because I don't know if I trust these that much, to be honest with you, even though I've never used these kinds of nuts before. So I know they're specifically for high temperature self-locking. They're supposed to be better than nylon, but it never hurts to put some high temp thread locker on there. So yeah, now probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and tighten these up to their final torque spec and check all the torque linkages here. I'm going to start maybe taking another look at those micro switches because I have some. Something I'm also going to do is take this brace and install it here. It goes right here. This goes here. And yeah, we'll do that real quick too. Before these get installed though, they're going to get a quick bath in the ultrasonic cleaner. Just put some new fluid in there, and we're just going to run these through real quick. Over here maybe. Let's see. Here it is. Quick dunk so they don't minutes, 75. These came out looking good. I didn't realize, but we have a brand new one, so I'm just gonna use that one instead. Yeah. It's on there. Looks good. Just need to put a pin through this and figure out the torque spec. We'll be good to go. Yeah. Something I wanted to look at before I went, and I'm glad I did, is I wanted to figure out how I was supposed to mount this micro switch that shows the indicator light. And I got this little switch here because I'm not going to use the one that's $20. These things are like 3 cents a pop. You do not need to use an expensive one. And I was figuring out how to mount it. And well, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's 2 bolts that go into here, and this micro switch gets mounted here. And then when this gets down, there's a tab we need to manufacture that pushes this micro switch down when it's down, and it actuates it such that the indicator light will actually show that it's locked. So I'm glad I looked at this because we need to fabricate this. I could just fabricate it myself, but I'm just going to send this off to Send Cuts End. They'll do it for me, and and then we can actually get this switch to move like it's supposed to. That's really all we have to do for the gear, to be honest with you, aside from make sure that this uplink lock is working correctly like it's supposed to. Then I think I need to do a little bit of work here, but other than that, there's really not much to do on the gear other than that switch I mentioned. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. We'll get out of here.